and I was the hero of the comic book.
Hello, YouTube. I am back with another installment for the witchcraft comic, Roger Metarog's Job. Now, last time we were here, you saw the reinforced back cover with methyl cellulose after I leaf casted the book. I am pleased to say that it is finished, and I think it came out very well. So this is the end result of the front cover, with it being married with two separate books. So I am very happy with the results. I knew it was not going to be perfect because we have a lot of colors that we're dealing with. We're dealing with a lot of colors, a lot of different whites, a lot of different tans. But this is nicely connected. The spine is attached, and the back looks even better. So here is the back cover. The two pieces joined up nicely, and I am very satisfied with the end result. So what are we going to do next? What we're going to do next is we are going to cut the cover, and we're going to cut it the same way as I cut all covers, with a regular razor blade. And the first thing that I want to do is I want to set up the actual cover with my template. And this is the template that I previously prepared in order to make the cover the size that I need it to be. So tell me, guys, what do you think? This is a reinforced back cover, which makes it a reinforced cover. It is now a cover that you can bend freely, you can manipulate it, you can mess around with it and have fun reading it without fear that it's going to fall apart in your hands. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to set up the actual cover to be cut, and I'm going to put it on pause for a second because I'm missing a tool and I'm getting a little upset. I'm missing my bone that I use for moving papers around. So it's here someplace, but I'm going to pause it. Tell me what you think. The benefit of using the Tengojo paper to reinforce is that there is a solid layer covering the actual book. There is a degree of alteration in the color. I do understand that. The actual blacks are the color that is most impacted, but I'm okay with it because after we cut this, it's going to look a lot better. It's going to be a lot better, and it's going to be a beautiful cover that we can attach to the book after we spend many, many hours making that book clean, viable, where you can turn the pages and all the other good stuff that we have to do. So stay tuned. Okay, guys, we are back, and this is a very important part of the process, and we have to do it once, and once corrects the correct way. So what I want to do is I want to put this template that I made, and I want to basically just measure out the size. But before we do that, I can go and I can cut the bottom, because I believe I did a pretty good job lining up the bottom of both covers, and I'm happy with it. So what I want to do is just get the bottom of each cover, and that looks pretty good. So I'm going to take a fresh razor blade, and we're going to go and we're going to cut the bottom first. And here we go, everyone. So what I do is I put some nice pressure down on my straight edge, and I slowly run the blade against the metal edge, and I can feel the strength of the Tengojo paper. It is definitely a strong aspect of the book, and it will definitely benefit the book the way I planned. So we're going to run this, and I'm going to try to push it up just a little bit because my glass is not big enough to get the back portion. So there we go. Nice and easy, easy peasy. I am inspecting it, and I did not cut any of the cover, which is a good thing. Now look how flexible it is with the Tengojo paper. It truly is amazing. And this is an awesome aspect of this project, and I want to thank Roger for allowing me to do it this way so I can experiment on a new proper way to help prevent brittle books from falling apart. So here we go. We're going to now gauge the sides of the book, and I want to do it where we are perhaps even giving it a little bit more than necessary, because I can always cut more off at a later date. So I want to just give a little fraction more of the casting. And what I'll do here is I want to divide the portion of the cover with the married pieces left to right. So if we give a little casting on each side, that's a good thing. So right now it looks like this is the way to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pencil, and I'm just going to give a light line down each side so we have it where we have the template actually transferred over to the cover. So that looks pretty good. And what I'm going to do is let's cut the right side, and we'll make a nice cut, a nice straight cut. And I think that looks pretty good. But you know what? I want to use my glass because I want to see through, because I'm having a difficult time with the metal, because it's always nice to see through and see how we can get the best cut without disturbing the graphics. And I want to keep, like I said, a little bit more of the leaf casting just in case we're off a tiny bit. And I honestly think that sometimes when the paper dries, it does shrink a little bit. So what I want to do is I want to go up on the Tengojo paper right here, because I don't want to pull it down and rip it. And now I'm going to go straight down, and look how nice and easy that cut. So there you go. There is the right side finished and completed. Now we're gonna flip it over and we're gonna do the other side of the cover, which is the back side. So let's get this lined up, make it nice and straight, and I can always trim it a little bit more after we're done, but I just want to press it in my cold press with it cut, so then it forms nicely. And I'm going to adjust it off camera because I have to get a little closer, but I don't want you guys being blocked and just seeing the back of my head. So right now looks like it's coming out pretty good. Now this is the all-important top of the book, and we're gonna just use our template and we're gonna just get a little reference. And I think we're right on as best as we can be. So I'm gonna do a quick line with the pencil just to give some perspective. And I hope it turns out well. So let's do this now. Let's put the glass and let's give it a nice cut. Matter of fact, guys, I just want to pause the camera because my eyes have been bothering me lately and it's difficult for me to see without getting close. So let me pause it so I can set this up correctly. Okay guys, I am back. And the template failed, me at least, because something was a little off when I was doing it and I didn't like it. So I went to the main source, which is the template of the, you got it, the smelly interior of the book. There's a lot of work that's gonna have to be done to this. So what I wanna do is I wanna run the line, and I knew something was off with the template. So I am right on, and I think I'm in good shape right now because we basically just have to go right where the top of the witchcraft side of the cover is. And I hope I'm not boring you guys because this is an intricate process that has to be done properly, and I don't want to rush. So we're good on that end right there. Now what I have to do is I have to see if we're good on this end, and stay tuned 1 second guys, I'll be right back. Okay guys, we are back and I have everything set up, I think, very nicely. So I'm going to put pressure and I'm going to cut the top of the cover. And I do think it's turning out very nicely. And I'm going to take a few gentle runs with the razor blade. And we'll see how it's going to come. And hopefully I don't like the way that felt, but it came out nice. So there you go guys, I can touch this up. Let's put the razor, let's put the metal ruler, a straight edge, there we go. Cleaned it up nice. So there's the cover. So tell me what you think, guys. I think, like I said, it did come out pretty nice. This is a cover now that could be enjoyed. And I'll tell you, this also is a cover that I can still work on because there is some cleaning. There is some eraser work I can still do right here. But guess what? Now this can be done in a way that is not going to risk the cover falling apart because it was extremely brittle. Here is the back cover, reinforced with Tengojo paper. So I am happy. Tell me what you guys think. I do understand and I do know the blacks on the interior cover are a little bit less black because of the Tengojo paper, but I think it's a win-win situation. I think I matched the actual color up pretty well, and if we flip it around, it matches pretty well with this, with the pieces that are missing. So tell me if you enjoyed the upload. Tell me what you think. You think if I did a good job? Do you think if I'm getting better? Let me know. Okay, guys, stay tuned, and I'll see you next upload where we're gonna work on the interior. But just so you guys know, this is gonna sit in my cold press probably for a week and a half. It's very important now because when you cut it, we cut all of the pieces that were drawing and pulling in different directions. Now we're gonna let this paper just rest under weight, probably 20 pounds, in the glass, and it will flatten out nicely, and then it will be a part of a full book. But again, look at this, everyone. I can bend it. This is an A game in my opinion. So stay tuned.